Let's see, who do I give it to? Let's go with Timebomb.
Yeah.
Jozsua.
As the
Yeah?
may I?
Sure.
Like as you know, as there's a slight lull in the battle, Emmett's voice crackles over the radio. Does anybody know what's going on here? Weren't these people our allies just a day ago?
You
It's not the
hear...
first time the front's collapsed because of these guys.
Then you hear your comm squad, Major Renfro, call sign Itch, reply, either way, we just need to make sure regiment stays safe before we can open plan from there. Jozsua, you see off in the distance, near Fort Bruno, sorting out is what looks to be a regiment, maybe an understrength brigade element, sorting out from Fort Bruno.
Are those allies or enemies?
Enemies.
Gotcha.
From Bruno, yeah.
Cool, enemies I can fight.
And
Renfro, I don't know if we've got the sauce. I don't know if we've got what it takes to fight off a force of this size.
We can hold it.
At least long
We don't
enough
have
to get
any other
away,
choice.
anyhow.
Look, we've just got to stick together. We've got to defend the ship. We got to watch each other's backs. We don't have any other option.
Yozsua,
We win this or we die.
Yozsua breathes in deep through his teeth, just like, oh, win or die. Classic. He thinks to himself as he sees the task force that pretty reasonably outnumbers them just close in.
If we break and run now, they're gonna run us down and kill us.
Exactly.
We link up with the division.
And then you hear it say, there's no saying that this also isn't also happening at division.
Be where they are.
That's a good point.
We can also board that big ship over there.
That's what I was thinking. If we can get up close, I mean, there's a decent chance we could fuck that thing up.
Have any of you fought a warship before?
I fought one warship before. That's nearly a brigade. That's like 6 or 7.
Hold on. Do pocket warships count in your hypothetical situation or scenario? Turns out.
I'm gonna have to figure out who came up with that nickname and belt them one.
Personally, I like it.
What?
Now, look, we're gonna have to figure this out.
What's the terrain look like around us right now?
It's very rocky. Also, it's closer to like 14 ships versus your group of 7. 14, 13. However, you do have one major advantage over these guys after that furball. You are an IVA regiment. This is the popular army of the Republic of Saturn. You are far better trained.
That's true.
I'd like to look around for any for like a exposed or a weak link in the enemy lines that we can basically try to exploit and create an opening for our ship to break through.
Well, that's not really the issue. A breakout isn't the problem. You just need the issue if you wanted to break and run is you do not have the space to at this current moment. If you turned around, you'd get gunned down.
All right. What has the biggest, most problematic artillery in that case?
Well, it looks like there's a spattering of, old commune class, light cruisers, a Sahara. However, what looks to be the crown jewel of this task force, or as the Cronian and Republicans like calling them war groups, is a captured Andes class heavy cruiser. And it's in many ways on par with an older Jovian battleship, so they're tough cookies.
Nothing else, we can try to pop the turrets on that cruiser.
That's something.
Yeah, thing is, like, just to remind you, because this doesn't come up terribly frequently, your reporting name for this thing is a Viscount.
Emmett looks at the screen readout Viscount and is like, guess that's what they call it. Because he's more familiar with the federal reporting name.
You know, the whole point of a reporting name is that it's intuitively pronounced. Viscount is not an intuitively pronounced word, Jozsua says out loud.
Guys, come on, focus.
All right, let's cut through the rocks.
Mhm.
That snare and spear are going to be on us. We'll have to keep them off our backs while we try to get some shots off against the Viscount.
Well, you guys are better at getting shots off than I am, so if you want me to keep them off your backs, I can do that.
Walker frame nod. I imagine that, like, right now we're sort of floating near the Bieno Rosso, and
yeah, it's doing like the cut-ins of everybody's characters when they speak. There's heavy shading over like the top half of Fuyuki's face, but like when the Walker frame nod occurs, Fuyuki just smiles.
Then you hear Renfro say, "Hey, Turafa, I want you to make a run on that at Viscount. One Rafa, one Rafa and three Rafa are gonna shoot. We're gonna make a pass on their angles to keep them occupied. Hide. 4 through 8th. I want you to make sure that our mobile elements stay preoccupied. And then you get moving.
Real quick, before Fuyuki starts doing any nonsense. Wait, so are we changing the plan, or are we going with the plan?
I think that, like, I think the plan we have is sound.
Okay.
Make a run through the asteroids and rocks nearby. Fuyuki helps keep the straggler enemy strike craft off our back, while the three of us, who are pretty good at shooting, attempt to disable that ship.
Yeah.
Yep, and
Everybody okay with that plan?
Works for me.
so, Timebomb, you're first up. As you all get moving, as the squadron moves out to open up space for you to make an attack run on the Viscount. And, you see these gaggle of Pars forces in pretty disorganized array after, you've thrown them back. And ahead of you is, the force near the second sphere and the ship itself. What do you do? And you're about at a long distance at this point.
Gosh. A long distance from everything. Yeah.
Do we have, like, is this a type of setting where we can see each other, like, in video call, or is it voice only?
It's voice only.
Does Jozsua, is he giving any indication of, like, uncertainty about this whole thing?
Yeah, he thinks this is a suicide mission.
I mean, like, is there anything the rest of us can tell over radio, is what I mean?
Probably. You can tell he's reluctant, but that's probably nothing more specific.
Hey, listen, man, all we've got to do is get close enough to pop off a shot and then pull back into the rocks.
And I'll be watching your back, so don't worry about it.
You did. Watching my watch. I appreciate that, Fuyuki, but watching my back isn't going to help with a flat ground to the face.
And don't get hit.
All right, not
Sorry.
Hurry up
helpful.
to me.
Sorry, not helping. I know. Look, it's like
If it comes to
like we
it,
said.
I'll draw. If it comes to it, I'll draw the ship's fire for you. This thing moves.
All right, we've all got a swarm in at once. Oversaturate its targeting capability. It's probably out. They probably don't have the ability to. It's a finicky part. It's probably out. They're probably aiming their flat guns by hand. If we all go at once, they won't be able to engage that many targets in close range.
Does anybody here know about the concept from World War II of like dragging flak as a
Uh,
fighter?
I do,
Yes,
but
actually.
let's repeat
Yeah.
it for the audience.
So, the idea of dragging flak is sort of to pull enemy anti-air defenses in a particular direction in advance of the actual strike package coming in. At least that is as I understand it. I'm not a military
Yeah,
expert.
just a bit, yeah.
That sounds about right, yeah. From what I know.
Timebomb.
Yes.
I'd like you to make me a team action maneuver check. Because it
All
sounds
right.
to me like you wanted to make a team action maneuver.
I did kind of want to do that. What's the threshold for teams? Hold on, where is that?
So, the way it works, it's a leadership check. I'm going to go with Keen on this one. For every 2 successes,
Leadership? Okay.
that's an additional die. Additional person who gets pulled. So you need to hit 3. You get 3 successes to pull both Jern's Coat and Little John. Would you like
Do you think it's
a...
you think it's going to be worth it to take a narrative point?
What's your target looking like now?
My threshold is 7 for a 2d6 roll.
2d6? Yeah, I'd take one.
Okay, I'll take the +2.
Please roll.
I rolled a 3, so
Hey!
How many successes?
Hey.
Is that?
that's
That'd
7
be-
successes.
Yeah.
That's enough, as you are all pulled, except for Tootie, of course, seeing as he is your superior officer.
Wow.
Timebomb,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you go first. What would you like to do? As you know, you have the Viscount there, right there.
Turncoat, I'm going in for an attack run. Come with me.
All right, I'll drag flak ahead of you.
As Turncoat flies in close, as the flak starts engaging him, I'm just going to start firing into the Viscount with the beam rifle, I guess.
It's going to attempt to suppress you.
Okay.
Can I make some kind of roll here to attempt to basically distract it?
Sure, you may contest this.
Okay, I feel like this would be like a sleight and tact with cunning, right?
And maneuver.
All right, sleight. I have to do the math on this manually. Okay, tact 5 is 4. Sleight is 2. You said and maneuver?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 skills.
I'm sorry, mobility. Mobility, my bad.
Okay, I was like, huh, that's odd, but okay.
Not the first time I've asked for something like this, but typically that's irregular.
Alright, back.
Well, on it. 3d6. Okay, got even odds on this. Hey! That's 3 3s. That's a 9 under 12, which is 4 successes.
4 successes.
And hopefully that'll help out Timebomb a little bit here.
It actually does. Timebomb, instead of doing this as a -6, it's a -3.
Okay. It's just a cannon shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine
Okay.
you're getting closer, I'm going to give you snapshot.
Okay, that's worse, but okay.
You don't want to use it? You don't have to.
My snapshot threshold is higher.
You mean you're right?
Oh wait, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
And you get the free dodge.
Okay, well, that's 8 plus 5. I think that's 13 in it.
Yep.
Well, one failure.
Ooh.
Damn.
As you...
He aims at the point. He aims point blank at the ship that covers most of his field of view and somehow misses.
No, it's not that you missed. It's that it was a glancing shot. That's all.
Yep, you fire into this Andes, and you know, it goes through, but the ship keeps fighting to no discernible effect. Little John,
Oh.
I feel like it would be up for you next.
Okay. Well, I'm really bad at shooting, but maybe I could try it.
Wait a minute. I just remembered something.
Is it that the Andes doesn't have anti-beam coating?
It'd be nice if that's the thing you remembered.
It doesn't have
And then
any...
my
I'll Venmo you $5 if that's the thing you remembered.
No, I just
Now bribing God.
recalled distance, actually.
First of all, I'm Jewish. We do that on the reg.
Yeah. It's yeah, that's like a classic thing to be doing.
Hey, Timebomb,
Oh,
I
okay,
do
sorry.
have some good news for you.
God, if you grant me victory in this combat, I will sacrifice a hecatomb of cattle to you.
God's vegan. I'm so sorry.
No laughter on the ancient Greek humor. Ancient Greek religion humor. Nervous laughter on the ancient Greek religion humor. Even better.
Too much Homer posting for you. I will.
Not enough Homer posting for the rest of you.
I will accept, however, plushies of animals as sacrifices.
That would make me sad.
Anyways.
But the real animals wouldn't.
Jail for 100 years.
Anyways, my good news for you, Timebomb, which I just
I don't
forgot.
think Zeus would appreciate having a stuffed cow sacrificed to him. Sorry.
Is you got closer.
I did, yeah.
And you know what that means?
Nope.
That's a +2 for close range.
I'm probably not in close. I'm probably in medium.
Take it.
Are you really looking at
Take it.
gift?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about the flak check I'll have to take at the end of the round.
Are you really looking at gift Trojan horse in the mouth?
I saw the movie 2 days ago. That's all I'm thinking about. Not very good. Okay, I'll take the +2 and turn it. I'll take the +2 and turn that into 2 successes.
2 successes, which is 1 mass damage, which takes it down from 16 to 15. And I would like you to roll me a 2d6.
Ooh. I get to roll a crit. We haven't done ship crits in a long time, haven't we?
I think the last
Not
time.
on red team.
Yeah, not on red team.
I rolled a 9.
Last time was me in the blue session, I think.
Yes, yeah, I think that's right.
9.
I rolled a 9.
Fire.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Let me see.
Because the fire. For
dear,
those
the ship
who-
is
for
on
those who-
fire.
For those who don't remember, at the end of each round, the ship will make a roll, and the fire will either increase or decrease in intensity. And if it reaches max intensity, it explodes.
For all you World of Warships players out there,
The ship is on fire.
we don't know. Well, we will be deciding by random dice roll whether or not this commander has brought a fire control flag with them.
Yes.
Real and true.
Did you remember to restock your flags before this match, Mr. Andes?
I'm just double
They
checking.
probably got the auto flag resupply. Actually, no. I feel like this like militia, they probably can't afford to have the auto resupply on.
No, it's actually not that they're militias. These are regulars, but that because it's captured, they have to steal the correct fire suppression system. Very important thing though is this unit, however, may now only issue reactions.
Oh yeah, that's quite important actually.
Is that on account of them fighting the fire and doing nothing else?
Yeah, so this thing cannot use its beam cannons to suppress you in a appreciable way, nor use its missiles to really stop you.
Nice.
And
Nice indeed.
Little John, you want a stab at it?
Literally?
I would
That's
use.
what I want to do.
Recommend that.
I would use the beam
It's an
rifle
option though.
on account of the fact that then you get to roll for a critical damage.
Why wouldn't the beam saber get to do that?
I don't think it's in the.
Doesn't
stat line.
penetrate deeply enough.
You need to hit something
Um,
really important.
I was about to say, what about my idea of flying directly at the bridge?
That's what I wanted to do.
That'd be a -2. I would use both of my reactions to roll 4 attacks at you.
Also, a flak is a reaction for them, so that actually
Yeah.
would still be in just as much
How
danger.
bad is flak?
Dangerous.
It's a strong,
This is
bad,
this
really
is
dangerous.
2 burst 8. Don't get hit. It could do 16 damage to you.
I'm assuming, yeah, I'd only get the 1 shrug off. So Hordon's not suicidal. Hordon is
No, that's
going
Fuyuki's
to.
thing.
That makes one of us.
Yeah, Hordon's going to. Okay, hello, kitty. You're welcome. Go back down.
Can't wait
Hordon
to
is
have
going
to
do a
watch
flyby.
Fuyuki. Can't wait to. Oh my god! I can't wait for your walker frame to get beat up, Fuyuki, because then I can repair Tiger.
Oh my god. You're making me want to get hit now.
You should get hit.
Yeah. Hordon is going to do a flyby, right behind where Jozsua was, to continue this flak leading thing that we're doing. All right. What about looking X? Those are not the best numbers. They're pitifully average.
I mean, what did you roll?
We're just we'll take average.
I have a question. Are you doing a snapshot or a regular shot? Hello?
I am a really bad shot in most cases.
You're getting closer. You're gonna enjoy a +2. It's a massive target. It's like
Fair enough. Fair enough.
300
You're shooting a building.
I'll take the
It's-
snapshot. I
it's
do not want to
it's
die.
a quarter of a kilometer long and like 100 wide.
I'll take the snapshot.
Because then you get the extra dodge.
All right. Is 11 versus my. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's 13 with the +2, with my 4, 5, 9, 10. 4 successes.
4 successes. As you
Meow.
smack it as it attempts to damage you with flak. That is significantly worse rolls, as I whiff horribly. I rolled a pair of 8s versus 11, so that's 4 successes each versus Jozsua.
Joshua, when
Hordon
you
does a barrel roll
when
as
you
he peels off.
Joshua, when you said that, I heard the Roadrunner.
Anyways, that is 1 mass damage, I
Interesting.
believe. Let me mass damage. Let me double check. Wait,
The mythical 2 mass damage.
what weapon did you use? It's a beam rifle, yes?
Yep, 5, 5.
And you said 3 successes?
4 successes.
4 successes. 5, 8. That's a minor hit. Does 1 minus damage, bringing it down to 14. Please roll me a 2d6.
Crit.
What am I looking for?
A 2d6.
Roll 2d6.
It's just
5.
on a table. Okay.
It does something.
Yeah.
You said 5?
Yeah.
5?
Unless it does nothing.
Systems.
That's good.
Knocking
Ooh,
it
that is a good one.
down from 6 systems down to 5.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
That'll affect all of its outgoing ranged attacks against us.
Yep.
That is correct. As well as quite a few of its other checks.
On our next pass by, Hordon will be doing the hit me, and I'll try to waste some of its flex shots.
Yep. We'll swap off of dragging the flag. That's 2 of us, I think.
Mm-hmm. And Jern's coat.
Looking at the so we've still got those 2
I will.
still got those 2 strike craft back there.
I will.
Go
I
ahead.
got it.
Also, something you might forget, Jern's coat, but I have not, is remember, a coil rifle is not anti-ship. It's strong. You get to roll twice on that chart when you fire at it.
Is it twice and take both, or twice and pick one?
Both. Both happen.
This is going to be so fucked up. Because I'm definitely going to aim for a specific system, and then the rest of the things are going to be collateral.
No, I wouldn't do that. Because the way I wrote the rules is when you pick a system, you forego doing any damage, and you do just that. That's the price you pay for certainty.
So, and with linked 2, I would be rolling 4 times?
No.
Okay, still just once. Okay.
No, twice.
Wasn't sure how that worked.
Still just twice, like a normal modern coil rifle.
Yeah, it just does more damage. So as Hordon begins to drag flak, Emet is going to attempt to maneuver himself into rare time to do a smart thing and take a special action here, because that's a thing that I forget to do a lot. I would love to try to maneuver myself into a flak blind spot if I can, to make my shot easier.
Okay then. Tact. Investigate. Mobility. As you hear Emet in your cockpit, click her tongue in frustration, as you see the reticle on the Viscount keep having to move off as you keep having to evade the flak.
Just trust me. That is, let's see, tact for investigate is 2, so it's 6 plus. That is exact same as last time. 4 successes.
4 successes. You find the blind spot. It's not really a blind spot. It's the hardest spot it can get to you, which is
less a blind spot and more a bald spot.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's like if you were looking at the ship, it would be towards its back, down either towards the right or bottom corners.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of where the ship engines and thrusters get in the way.
Yeah. Doesn't have any rear view mirrors.
Well, it has some rear view guns, but they're more towards the top.
All right. And now that Emet is here, he is going to attempt to, swing the gun around, find a juicy-looking spot, and pick it out with some sharp eyesight.
Actually,
and then
Emet pulls the trigger.
He is. Listen, when we're in here, all 3 pilots are 1 person.
Legally speaking.
We are a single combat unit.
Yes, John Sote.
John soaked.
The soats.
Yeah, I'm shooting for a keen shot here if I can.
Very well then. You enjoy no close because I believe that because you're within short range. I think that might be outside of your optimal.
It's short long.
Oh,
so
never mind.
That is
Give yourself a +2.
okay. With that, that's a total of +4.
Basically doing dive bombing runs on this thing.
Yeah. Funny, I watched a video about a War Thunder event, massive War Thunder event about Taffy 3 the other day.
Oh.
So I'm shooting for a target of 19 here right now. I am going to go gambling. I've got a 1 here, and I am going to spend a use of I've got 2 6s and a 1. I don't like that roll, so I'm going to reroll one of these 6s with Slight Edge.
Slide edge is fun. I like slide edge.
Me too.
Okay. Fuck, where'd it go? I'm going to leave
Drop
that for later.
dice.
Yeah. I'm going to grab another die.
Things Perry can't do because he has 1 fucking die.
It bounced off the edge of my fucking.
Look,
so I took the lid of my dice cup and I roll in that, but it bounced off like the rim of that.
Look,
Yo!
No.
What'd you get?
116.
That's a potential point, no?
That takes me
Yeah,
to.
it sure is.
Do the test.
Could you remind me how the test works?
It's one moment. Core rules.
Yeah, pull up the script. Yeah.
Yeah.
Core
You
rules.
changed how these work.
I don't remember.
It is a.
I don't remember.
Happen often, but not often enough for anyone other than Gomine to remember.
One moment.
Just enough to remember kind of how they work, but not really how they
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
It's a 3d6. You're at 7 because you didn't get the 8. Getting that triggers it. Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
How many victories
Yeah.
do you have? Not kills,
I
victories.
have victories are listed as 8.
And it would not be next to kill capture, it's victories, which is separate. So 8?
Yeah. It says 8 there in score red and score fed at the top.
I have a question. What is your ace rank?
Currently 1.
Okay, then. So this should be a +2 for both of those. My next question. So
Okay.
you're starting at a 9. Let's just see.
Yep.
Do you have one of these? Horrible shot, pacifist, Butterfingers, klutz, co-pilot, yes sir, or average Joe?
No.
Do you have muscle pilot, ace in a day, duelist, sniper's eye, here's how it's done, slight edge, or hyper aggressive?
I have Slight Edge.
So where your base is a 10. I have a question. Is anyone else an ace?
Yeah.
Fuyuki is.
Fuyuki, what is your ace rank?
1.
That's a -1. Please.
Okay, so we're back to 9.
Roll me a
Does
9.
does Youthful add anything to this?
Nah. St. Gundam.
It
It's
says
a-
that Youthful adds a +2 potential tests.
Oh.
I'll leave it for now. I'll probably change that, but
It was the rules coming in, so it'll be the rule for you.
All right, so I'm rolling for, I think that makes this an 11, right?
yep.
All right. Big money, no whammies.
Woo!
Woo.
No whammies indeed. That is a 10 under 11.
Ooh, nice.
You may distribute that point now or later because we are in the middle of combat. But I will say this.
I will distribute that to Cunning too to just round that out.
I have a question. How many successes did you get on that attack?
On
There it is.
so hold on, let me do the math. It was 8 under 19 would be 12 successes, which is enough to do.
Max damage.
Hold on, I gotta do. There's a lot of math going on here. Give me a second. So it's 4 successes for full damage, another 4. So you need 8 successes for max damage on a modern coil rifle with linked 2.
Huh?
That is
Remember you.
okay.
So 4 successes does full damage, which is 8. Because, base. First success is always the base damage, which is 5. 3 pierce, that brings you up to 8. 8 before you move on to your burst. You have 8 more than 8 successes.
Another
8 successes.
Yeah.
So that brings you up to 16, but you're linked, which brings you up to 32 damage.
As the fucking barrel, heats up and the heat sinks on the side of the gun glow bright red.
And I'm going to check real quick how much mass damage that does exactly.
I think that's a crippling hit of 4 mass damage.
4 mass damage, that is correct. Which brings it down to 10. If this was set in the Gundam version of the rules, you probably just would have killed this thing by
now. You would have one even if it was full health. On the version 1 of this rule, you would have killed it in one shot with that.
And please, roll me 2d6 right now.
Okay. Let's see, that's a 10.
Systems.
And... What is a 3?
A 3? Ooh,
Thrusters! Reduce mobility to 0. Any maneuver currently doing, it will just keep doing that forever.
I have great news for you, Jern's Coat.
Name.
Really great news, actually. Especially for your conscience. As you put 4 slugs through this thing. And you see them go pretty cleanly through the thruster block. And that's not gonna be an easy fix. This thing ain't chasing you down. And none of those commune classes are gonna can stand up to anything you got. Because you have Barcelonas, you have a fucking Benino Rosso. The pursuit is over, but you're still within range, and the regiment's still within range. If you could just get away, this will have gone excellently.
Without being told, Yoshua's gonna get on the horn. Renfro, the Viscount's disabled.
Understood. And all units return to regiment.
I'd love to give this thing a parting shot, Gomon. I put my ace point into cunning, which gives me another action this turn.
Oh, that is right. One moment. You have another action. What do you want to do?
So what I'm jonesing for right now is to force this thing to surrender.
Actually, that's another good point, Quix. One moment.
Have a reasonable if a federal regular is captaining this thing. At this point, he would strike his colors and surrender.
Well, it's not a federal regular. These are PARs.
They've just stolen a federal.
So we're not looking at reasonable captain. Well, potentially.
No, they're deeply unreasonable people. Don't remember. I will.
Yeah, they betrayed us.
No, they betrayed us. Yeah.
I will. If you don't recall, these are the same guys who famously got most of their ships by suicide armored infantry tactics.
Love those guys, but also
Faction
what the fuck?
After Fuyuki's heart.
You really are after Fuyuki's heart.
The 4th century, after unification, what would be the 24th century for us in the old calendar. Their military strategy on how to beat the Federation initially, to steal 100 ships in less than a month, was to take a bunch of dudes, strap them in a crap ton of welded steel plate armor, give them fire axes, SMGs, and a shit ton of explosives to go take on a modern military. And this somehow worked. With 50% casualties, this worked. And they cannot get enough of that stuff.
I mean, it's addicting. Fuyuki gets it.
I will, if you don't remember,
But do they strike?
Do the blue episode, when blue team was fighting a trio of dare-to-dies, and against overwhelming odds for no discernible reason, a dare-to-die chose to try to blow them and everyone else up for no discernible gain, just to spite the Federals. Do you think people like that are reasonable? They stand.
No, but we're about to find out if they'll surrender anyway.
They don't. I already rolled it.
All right. I think I know what I gotta do here.
And as do I.
Listen, if we leave these guys here, they're gonna just try to bombard us as we leave.
Yeah.
Against my against Emet's desire to not see a shitload of dead people on his screen, I think it's time to go shotgun the bridge, probably.
Ooh, a snapshot, please.
I'm going to attempt to cold shot, fly around this thing's front end and cold shot its bridge.
Alrighty, please. This should be at a -2.
And I think that the appropriate thing here is probably, would a beam saber do it for the bridge? How exposed are the bridges?
I haven't thought about that. Let's just say for cinematic purposes.
Yeah, I'm better at melee. Shocking. Well, not shocking. We all saw my machine gun roll as my very first roll in the game. Failed very badly. I'm going to, as I fly back to begin joining the rest of the Rafa. Emet is going to attempt to basically swipe at the bridge of the Andes class as he passes by.
Snap swipe, please. Snap
swipe.
And this should be at a -3.
-2, I think you said?
3.
-3, gotcha. With accounting for all things, it'll make the target a 15, including bonuses and appropriate penalties.
How many successes?
Well, that's quite good. That's 2, 2, and 2. 6 under 15 is 10 successes.
Enough. I've heard enough. That's enough successes.
Enough.
You people ought to call it quits. You can't stop us from leaving.
And as you're flying past, you hear Emet and scream out, "Take this, you son of a bitch!" As, she pulls out the beam saber and gives it a slash as you fly past.
So you coordinate a bombardment with no bridge.
And yeah, I imagine you say that as you're flying past.
Yeah.
There's one last thing I need to roll because I think combat could be called here. Because
because that'll do 11 damage. Should I roll? I mean, actually no. I just killed a bridge. That's right. That's how this works.
Yes. One more. There is one thing I do need to check though. Oh. Okay. Brings it down to 6 mass damage as you see one of the compartments on this thing quite literally burst open from fire pressure. Fuyuki, 2D.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
You have to somehow put this into your report. I have a question.
Okay.
First, how are you feeling right
Yes.
now?
How am I feeling right now? I want to tear something apart. I wanted to tear that ship apart, but now the ship's fucking dead. So what's the closest thing I can tear apart?
It's not actually dead quite yet. It still has 6 mass. It's in a pretty bad spot, though.
Yeah, but the ship is over there, and I'm over here.
I think there's a fighter pretty close to hand to you, right?
Oh yeah, there's a snare and there's a snare and a spear over here. I could fuck up this Beffer's Yui if it's close to me. I mean, I guess the way I've been imagining this scene situation is that Fuyuki is too far from the ship to even really do anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what I'm seeing, I guess.
I sort of more imagined it as you were keeping the elements, the mobile elements, occupied.
I see.
That you're in the furball.
I'm in the furball.
So I'd say you're at a medium distance, and you're supposed to be moving to long and super long per H's orders.
Yeah. But the ship's not totally dead yet, is it?
You can shoot at it.
What are we gonna do? Don't go charging in. What are we gonna do if our Kamarafa dies?
I'm not gonna go charging it. I have other plans. I have other plans.
I do think Emet would say this out loud on account of the fact that you had a conversation about specifically that earlier today.
Yeah.
He does say it out loud. He says it over the radio.
You do not get a response from Fuyuki. You do see that the tiger seems to have, I guess, stopped in space, so to speak. It's just kind of floating there. And he is breathing quite heavily, but he hasn't said anything.
Runt turns to you all and asks, "Is everything all right?"
If Fuyuki doesn't answer and Jozsua doesn't answer, then Emet is going to answer.
I'm doing okay. We got lucky against that thing.
It's in no shape to chase us down or even shoot back at us now. It's a good time to get out of Dodge.
Hell yeah.
I raise my hand. God, do I still have an action?
You still have an action.
Okay. You hear, I guess, perhaps, Fuyuki take in a breath. How far away from me is Fourth Snare? Where's he at?
You should be moving into a medium distance. Away from
He's
him.
running away from me?
No, technically you are.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you're pulling out.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm not done, you see.
Fuyuki didn't hear the bell. The bell was rang, but Fuyuki didn't hear it.
Fuyuki did not hear no bell. Fuyuki is going to do his good old-fashioned charge right the fuck into this thing and attempt to sort of get around his shield. I remember that I have special actions.
Quix will note that it is still capable of reactions, and that includes flak checks.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Okay, just making sure everyone's
Are you
on the same table
attempting to
about
get
that.
around the shield of the Andes or around a dude near the Andes?
Oh, I meant the snare.
Okay.
It's like I really
That's what I
want to
thought.
fuck up. I really want to fuck up the ship, but I don't think that would be as satisfying compared to what Fuyuki is about to try to do. So yeah. Because I want to try to do a thing.
Oh?
What thing?
What's he got?
This might... What's the penalty for called shots again?
-1 if it is range, -2 if it's range, -1 if it is melee.
Cool.
And
I would like for it... Oh,
there's a minimum amount of successes you need to get for the effect to go through. Even if you get successes and beat your opponent, if you're not at that number, it doesn't work right.
Gotcha. Well, Fuyuki is in a very particular mood. And I think that there is really only one thing that will satisfy the particular mood that Fuyuki is in. So I think he is going to fly at this Beffers Yui and attempt to, no flair, no style about it. Just drive the axe as hard as possible into the cockpit.
Move check,
as in
please.
actual cold shot, not for flavor.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
Move check, please.
What'd you say?
A move
Okay.
check. Movement.
Yeah, I got it.
Schmovement.
Movement.
Sarah,
Hi, I would like
Sarah,
to move.
Sarah, a move check, if you please.
One move check. Could you do a move check for me?
Let me say move check one more time.
You
please.
got a license for that
Move.
move check?
You got a license for that move check.
the like Soto Voce would laugh that made me laugh so hard. I don't know.
Oh my god. You got a license for that move check.
Say that one more time, please.
How's a 9 on the move check? Okay, I need to stop or I'll get stuck. How's a 9 on the 9 successes on the move check?
That beats fourth snare's evade of 5 successes, which means
Haha.
when you make this attack, it is at a flat.
Okay. I assume I still get attack bonus or action bonus.
Yes.
Go mine. Sorry, the ship attempted to evade.
No, it's not the ship.
The snip.
It's
Oh.
not a ship.
Oh, the
I am
snare.
killing a guy.
I might be stupid.
No, I am doing a classic Fuyuki maneuver where I try to kill a guy intentionally.
Well, beats up doing it on accident.
I guess. Whoa! Let's fucking go! What the fuck?
How many successes?
Okay. That was a 4 and 2 1s, so let me see how many successes that is.
Is it 6? If it's more than 6, it goes through.
It's I rolled a
I'm so
6.
sorry
That's
for you
12.
guys. You've got
It's
2
actually
lucky
double.
vampires in the party. I'm
sorry. I'm
Where
sorry.
did fucking vampires come from? This is weird. This is
It's not me.
weird.
You were there with me in Macross the other night when I rolled like 2
Yeah.
of them.
Macross? What's that?
I've never
Oh,
heard
yeah.
of it. I don't know what that
I don't
is.
know
It's
what
just
that
really
is.
cool.
It's 1982.
You're
and
not-
Perverted.
You're not ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's so
happen
true.
in a couple years.
Alright.
Your younger sibling is gonna love it.
If you will allow me to narrate with my 12 successes.
Please dispatch this poor Republican.
I think Fuyuki, there's sort of the walker frame charges in, axe raised again, and it cuts into the cockpit, and Fuyuki's eyes are wide and there is a smile on his face as he the thing tries to evade, and with one hand he kind of like grapples it to some degree, moves back a little to give himself some space, and then drives the point of the axe right into the cockpit. And there's the crush of metal, and the whole time you just sort of see Fuyuki smiling. I imagine it's sort of, I'm pulling from Hathaway because I gotta, but the
Yeah.
scene where the audio, the music cuts out and it's just breathing. And
Is it the
Fuyuki
scene at the end of the movie with the
Yep.
beam saber in the cockpit?
Yeah, with the beam saber in the cockpit, but instead it's a physical axe. And
So it's the end of
he,
IBO.
yeah, actually.
With Yakujan getting crushed.
Yep. Rather unfortunate for this poor guy. And Fuyuki sort of drives it deep in there, then drags it out, leaving the cockpit just sort of a ragged hole of metal. And then leans back in the seat with a look of like almost relief on his face and says, "All right, now I'm done."
Fuyuki,
Yes.
are finished. You're satisfied with this fight. And you hear Renfro over the radio say, Tootie, we're pulling back.
Understood, I'm coming. He takes one last look at the carnage he has wrought and then obeys orders.
What you notice actually first?
Oh, yeah? What do I notice?
You see again, heads up ping 1 2 3 4 5 on the ship, and then the suggestion to shoot at it now. I'm begging you, Tiger is going, shoot at it.
The ship?
Yes, the completely damaged and probably soon to be abandoned ship.
So true.
Yozsua, does
Come on,
Yozsua
don't get
notice?
left
The
behind.
complete non-threat ship.
The complete non-threat ship. But I
Come on,
could kill it
Tom Rafa.
real good.
You're gonna get left behind if you don't scooch.
I don't see that the problem is I don't know how ship combat works, so I don't know if firing at it with my beam rifle would just be like pissing in the rain, you know?
It would do probably like 1 damage at most.
And
Yeah, that's what I thought. I need to
And then the critical roll, which gets who knows what.
yeah. I would need to actually get up in there because I don't have any heavier ranged weaponry. I'm so tempted, guys. I'm so tempted.
Hey, you gotta get out of there. They might sort you out some more stuff.
Your your trusted, valued opponent, Emet Leap, is telling you.
But you're attacking me.
If you head back in there on your, hey, comrade captain, if you head back in there on your own, you're not going to get a chance to have any more glorious victories.
Fuyuki is breathing heavily at this moment. You sort of see the reflection of the monitor with the target acquisition on the ship in his helmet. Fine. Heading back. God,
I'm doing so good on mind.
Damn it. He turns off the radio before he starts swearing and having a time in the cockpit, by the way.
Yeah, Emet is, by the way, camera cuts to his cockpit. He's he's pulling his pilot suit open so he can, breathe fully again. He's sweating. That was fucking terrifying, actually.
What kind of ship is that?
It's a heavy cruiser.
Okay.
Hell of a day.
However, did you, okay. Does Fuyuki get credit for that, is the question.
You all do.
Okay. Does Fuyuki give himself credit for that?
That's complicated. You have to talk to him about it. Find out in character.
Yeah.
How big of a ship was that?
It's a
Heavy
Big.
cruiser. I think I just said
Just
that.
Emet.
Yeah.
Emin puts a hand on your shoulder. You all right?
Yeah, that was just a lot of G's in there, keeping the flak off of us. Good shot, by the way.
Does Fan have any input?
Fan then sat as good dancing partner.
Yeah, you too. You sure do know how to tango.
I learned from the best.
Or disco, I suppose.
Wait, Fuyuki's at -2 mind health?
No,
No,
I said I lost 2 mind. I was at fine mind health. I was at
I was
full.
about to say, wait, you got wounds?
No, I'm fine.
What about you, Hordon?
Oh, it's because I have no athletics. That's probably why.
Fuyuki Ryu has no athletics? What the fuck?
That's weird. Why is it like that?
I don't know. You
I
you,
don't-
you made the character.
Fuyuki
Anyways,
needs to talk to
Hordon.
Fuyuki needs to talk to his doctor and get a higher tea prescription. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the canon reason.
Horton.
It happens all the time, actually.
Yes, I'm here finally. Sorry, my headset has been acting up.
What a fight.
Scary.
You don't say.
This is the first time Hordon has managed to soil the outside of the suit instead of the inside in the middle of a terrifying combat. As he looks down and realizes he never took the time to actually put that thing on.
There wasn't a lot of time to. It's only been 40 minutes since you got that general quarters call.
One of those moments where, like, the sudden adrenaline crash hits and everything starts shaking. Letting out that long, drawn-out sigh.
And you start to return to the Benino Rosso as you don't enter back on the ship via the catapults. You have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Messed up.
Because, you know,
Fly in and land. Disgusting.
someone kamikaze run the Rosso.
So I have a question. In the Japanese, do they say kamikaze, or do they say in English, broken English, suicide run? Is it appropriate to say kamikaze in 1982?
I think they would. I feel like our attention so author would be making a point.
About how it's dumb and bad?
Yes. Terrible, actually.
Points at Fuyuki. He exists to make that point.
Jozsua, as you know, I imagine you're taking off your helmet or, opening it up so you can get some fresh air.
He's opening it up, yeah.
As you know, you've landed and the hangar is starting to repressurize. How are you feeling?
He hurts. He aches. Flying the thing with his missing hand hurts a lot. And but he does note that it's relatively speaking, Fuyuki showed some restraint on this most recent one, and he has exactly one crumb of hope that he might one day turn Fuyuki into a good person.
Ooh.
But it is sort of, he's glad they also he's gonna sleep a little bit better at night that the ship was only disabled and not sunk as well.
Blow that thing up.
He's good with how Emet stepped up. He's happy with how Hordon stepped up. Things very easily could have broke ranks and then get picked off piecemeal, and then everyone would be dead. That very easily could have happened, and it didn't. He's gonna take a deep breath in of the sterile, dry hangar air and just be glad he made it another day.
Fuyuki, you mentioned you wanted to talk to Tiger about something.
Oh yeah. Fuyuki doesn't come out of his cockpit for a while.
I can imagine from the outside you see Corkhead, knocking on the door as you're just sitting inside of it.
Yeah. It's quite similar to how he looked after the battle at Baker's Point, just sort of holding his helmet in his hands, like hair like soaked in sweat, breathing heavily. What a fucking mess. What a fucking mess. Do I know that Tiger can hear me? Or do I
Yes,
still have to type to
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
Fan heard us when we were talking to Fan in that first
Yeah.
film.
I wanted to kill that ship.
Kill? Question mark? You see on the screen?
Destroy whatever.
Then you
Cut
see
it to pieces.
again kill exclamation point.
Indeed. He laughs a bit to himself. Indeed. Next time. Next time we'll find one that's not already broken first. We can do it ourselves.
Then Tiger says, well, the fight went pretty well at the very least.
Yeah.
And then
I got 3 kills.
Rest of the Rafa scored a ship kill. Emet and Emet were great out there. They were beautiful. I want to kill them so bad right now. It hurts.
Fuyuki laughs. Fuyuki laughs seeing that, and then just kind of like, leans his chin on his hand. I hope one day we get to fight them. It's rare someone can keep up with me. Well, I guess you can keep up with me, but I can't exactly fight you.
You can't? Question mark?
Well, not unless you found a walker frame for me to possess, or whatever.
That can be arranged.
Oh, really? They do that? He looks a bit too excited about the prospect.
No, we could find you a walker frame.
I wouldn't mind.
Then
And he kind of like
Tiger says, you're pretty beautiful too. Oh, Fuyuki. I wish I could kill you.
He
then you'd be
freezes. Complete. He blinks, looks down at the screen, takes in a deep breath. Maybe then we would be complete.
Then, Fuyuki.
Yes.
The cockpit is overriddenly opened from the outside as Corkhead looks in the open door. You all right there?
He jumps and looks a little embarrassed, as though someone walked in on him having a very intimate moment. The same kind of facial expression one would have. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need a minute.
We've been waiting out here for 10 minutes for you to get out. We were worried you were shot or something.
I'm fine. If I was shot, you'd know about it.
No, actually, Fuyuki, we wouldn't, because you'd be shot. You'd be writhing in pain.
Or blood out.
He holds his hand over like the radio button on his helmet and is like,
No.
I would just press this button and I'd tell you, hey guys, I'm shot and I'm dying. And then you would know.
That assumes you would stay conscious.
I think I'd stay conscious if I got shot.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. You hear Yosua say from across the room. And guess what?
Hey, everybody okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Look, can
Anybody
you just
home?
close the cockpit? I need a minute.
No, get your ass out of there. It's a
We
fucking
need to clean
mess.
the thing.
It's a fucking mess out here.
As Fuyuki peeks his head out, what is the state of the rest of the ship's complement right now?
Oh,
We're safe. How's everybody else?
rough. Pretty rough.
Any what's the butcher's bill?
No losses on the squadron. However, it seems like from ship, you don't know this yet, but you will soon. Out of your 254 crew of the Rosso, they lost 30 today from enemy fire.
Oh, right. This ship took a beating. It's no good.
I'm sorry, did you say 30?
Yes, 30.
Yeah,
That's like
3-0.
that's like 10% of the crew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad. That's really, really bad.
A lot of people.
But we don't know that yet.
You will.
All we know is it looks rough.
Hordon
Thing
feels
is,
an
like,
assault for
that's
oh,
just
man.
fatalities. That's not all your casualties. A lot more people got hurt, and the ship is going to need some pretty serious repairs. Otherwise,
Yeah.
a tenth of your AA batteries aren't functioning right now. 2 of your missile pods are fucking broken.
What's it like in the hangar? Have they sort of dragged that wreck of a fighter off somewhere?
Well, it's sort of more like crumpled and exploded, so there's no real cleanup for you to do.
Can't believe that crazy asshole fucking rammed into the ship.
I can believe it. They're dare to dies. It's kind of what they do.
You don't have to like it. They killed a bunch of our friends today.
And we killed a bunch of theirs. Even.
Oh. Guess.
Some reason that math doesn't.
I don't think that adds up.
Well, at least it lets me sleep a little bit better at night.
Yeah, kind of he doesn't see it because unless Fuyuki was looking directly in his face, but he just kind of grimaces ugh, what an awful thing to say.
Wow.
Fact of the matter is that we're safe, I guess. And that's gonna have to be enough.
We are. I mean, I told you guys we could do it, and we did it.
We're significantly less safer than when we woke up today. Looks like a lot of the PDS got shredded. We're down a lot of munitions, probably leaking air somewhere, or a lot of somewheres probably.
Then Corkhead says,
All those
and
things can be repaired.
that's just a Rosso of who knows what's going on in the Iron Column or any of the destroyers.
Looks like they got it even worse than we did.
Those people are crazy. I mean, they didn't abandon ship, even with the engines out and that thing a sitting duck.
Of course they didn't. They wouldn't.
Seems to be in my experience, they're not so much dare to dies as wanna dies.
The one thing that doesn't make any sense to me yet, though, is Why?
I don't know. Why could they want to shut more? What did they get out of staying on a sinking ship longer to shoot at us as we run away? What's the point?
It's because they don't want to give up. It's because they're feeling more alive in that moment than they ever have before. It's because for a split second, they feel like, despite the fact that everything's burning down around them, they feel like they found some little slice of belonging within this world, and they don't want to give that up.
Well,
And
maybe so. Look what that
even
got
though they're
some
going
of
to
them.
die, they want to do something with it. And I don't know.
They could have done more if they got to escape pod sooner. They could have lived to fight another day or something.
I meant, why were they attacking us?
Yeah, they had nothing to gain from doing that. No reason to
well.
be here at all.
Oh,
They're Witteran's dogs, so, they're causing problems like they like to, like they've done in the past.
Like in 315 and 319. This is the third
Yeah, exactly.
time.
are we sure that they're not just heading off?
Yeah, once we
Oh my god, was that a cat?
Ship cat?
Once we sweep the blues, once we sweep the blues out of here, we can help the Cronians put things to rights. Make sure these things never happen again.
Emmett looks a little bit troubled by that, actually.
Narrows his
times
eyes when Jozsua says that, and his hands just kind of tense, but he doesn't say anything.
Joshua, how many times is Jovian going to say that?
Take a shot every time Jozsua does a microaggression. What do you mean?
How many times are you going to say that you Jovians are going to sort this shit out when everything's done?
Aiza then yells back at you, Fuyuki, and says, "Well, do you want to starve to death? The Union doesn't have to give you several billion tons of grain and arm your militaries.
Saturn can sustain itself.
No, it can't.
Hord's actually going to puff out his chest and move towards Isaiah. How about we just take your fucking grain?
How?
What? Invade the Jovian Union and steal our food. You'd be no better than the Blues if you did that. You're not being serious right now, Hordon.
The Federals have grain.
The Federals.
The Federals are only going to be here a few more weeks.
Well,
no. I'm actually getting sick of this.
Well,
so am I.
Well, do you want our help or not? We don't have to be here, We could have let you fight this war entirely on your own. And yet...
And lose it.
Miserably. Hey, like the Belters and Martians beforehand.
At least it wouldn't feel like we're fighting under a shadow the entire time.
We're fighting with you, alongside you, as comrades.
It doesn't feel like it when you say things like that, Jozsua.
You know what I am used to you people saying about me, about my people, about the way that we do things? That you're going to come in here and straighten us out. That you don't really approve of the way that we're going about doing things. In fact, you think it's a bit barbaric and, I don't know, your sensitivities can't handle it or whatever the fuck. So you're coming in here and doing us the great service of lifting us above the ways we've been struggling to fight this war our whole goddamn lives. This is our home, and we're gonna defend it like it's our fucking home, and we don't want you people telling us what we have to do and how we're gonna fight for our home.
Yuki, I feel like you'd have a point if you didn't think killing was fun, and I'd be a lot less worried if you were the exception.
All right, shut up, all of you. I'm sick of this. Our first concern right now is not who's from where and who's got a bone to pick with who about what's going on back in some distant political landscape somewhere else that's got us into a war none of us really want. No one really wants to be fighting us. Everybody here would rather Saturn just be free magically, but I guess that's not going to happen. But that right now is the least of our problems. Right
Look.
now, we've got a ship to fix. We got life support to patch. We got to figure out where we're going next because clearly we've got a big problem on our hands. Our allies just turned on us.
And as you say that, you hear over the ship intercom, Colonel Cabero, your comm ship, say, all hands. All company level assets, officers and warrant officers, as well as a NCO representative have chosen amongst the enlisted. Please, at 1900 hours, congregate at the flight deck to discuss our future moves. That will be all. And then the line goes down.
In the silence after the PA, Joshua's gonna just mutter aloud really quietly, but like enough to be heard. I miss Zafia. Do any of you ever think about her at all?
Horde tilts his flask at you at that. Look, now that we're
She actually
at least
did
a little
die.
bit calmer. Wait, say that?
She actually did die for your home. She's a martyr. She gave the ultimate sacrifice.
I agree.
I don't know.
None of you fucking think about her at all.
I never said I don't. I
You
think
don't.
about everyone who I've lost.
You
I
got
prayed
a
at
funny
her
way of
funeral.
showing it.
I know
prayed at
what
her-
you think
I prayed at her
I
funeral,
am.
and she was trying to kill my friends, and I prayed at her funeral still.
How many times have you found me passed out drunk? That's as many times as I thought. It's actually a really shitty way to remember a friend, now that I'm thinking about it.
I understand what you mean.
I'm not sure you do.
And no,
But,
hold on.
Hold on. Let me diffuse
Please.
this. Let
I'd
me
like
know.
to
Let
say
me
something.
diffuse it.
No, I'd like to say something.
Okay.
Joshua?
He's just gonna like keep his head down, but like look up.
I know what you think I am. And I know that you think you know exactly how my mind works. And exactly how I think about things. And that's fine, because I haven't really given you any reason to think anything other than that. But I want you to know that I know the names of every single person who's fought alongside me and died who I've considered a friend. They all mean something to me, her included. I don't need you to talk about me like I'm not a human. Of course I fucking miss her. Of course I miss friends. Of course. But you know what? We all signed up for this to be here. We all knew what our fates were the moment we stepped onto this ship. We're soldiers. We fight and we die. It's only a matter of time until we enter the coffin. And I don't expect any of you to weep after I go. In fact, I want you to be happy that I did what I fucking wanted to do. I fought for my home, and I died doing what I loved. So you can go on thinking whatever the hell you want about me. But don't say I don't miss any of them. Don't you fucking dare.
This war is ruining us. All of us.
Yasuo's just gonna glare at Fuyuki and not say anything.
This war is eating us alive.
Thankfully, it'll be over soon.
Not soon enough.
As messed up as it was, I was actually having more fun as a pirate. I can't wait to go back to being an anarchist. Y'all's organized shit is too much for me.
You know, at one point I believed that a strong, united Saturn wouldn't need anybody, be perfect on its own. Now I'm not so sure the idea of a united Saturn is so great.
I think the idea of a united Saturn is honestly kind of a joke. I feel like the Jovians are going to have their hands so far up their ass it's going to be a puppet show.
Exactly. They already basically fucking do.
I guess that's kind of the whole point here, though, is if you were to help us fight by providing material
Isa,
benefits,
Well, they are.
that we could help ourselves.
We are,
versus
Isa
this
says.
integrated whatever. Hordon has no clan. Hordon's clan is whoever he's fighting next to. Right now, it's the IVA.
Yeah, handshake there out of character.
Yeah.
Emet has literally nobody aside from his comrades in arms. That's it. That's all he's got left.
Jozsua
This
knows
war is
militarism, he has
beating
to say,
Saturn.
so
It's
gonna stay
screwing
quiet
us
now.
up and spitting us out. Look what it's done to people like Fuyuki and me. You know, for your credit, you chose to be here, and you didn't have to.
Seems like you don't want me here.
I'd rather you be here than not, to be honest.
Does the Rafa share that opinion? He says, looking directly at Fuyuki.
May I, Fuyuki? Jozsua, I just need you not to be an ass sometimes.
Hold on, he wasn't being an ass. We're all on fucking edge right now because
said it.
This isn't going anywhere.
You hear Corkhead yell over to you. Could you all just shut the fuck up?
Is that where all 4 of our heads snap and stare at Corkhead like we're about to go beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
You all have your heads so far up your asses. I'm surprised. Eyes, you ain't playing and yourself. I'm sorry.
Corkhead, if you keep talking, I'm going to make you asshead. Get out of here.
Got it. Just leave it. We've got bigger concerns right now than interpersonal grudges. We've got a ship to fix.
Yeah. Don't you all have shit to do?
Ranking officer?
Yeah, Corkhead is actually he's the deputy for operations. Now that Rasovin's been promoted, he's probably the deputy squadron commander. Like he's directly in our chain of command.
We've got a meeting to
as well as the threat of shoving his head
Come on, man. We've got a meeting to attend, and then we've got to figure out what our damage control duties are.
Actually, the other way around.
We've got to figure out what our damage control duties are, and then later there's going to be a meeting. But first things first. Fucking life support. We got to fix that. Emet is, I think, probably talking a lot like a spacer right now, to be honest.
Fuyuki kind of breaks away from this conversation, just kind of drifts away. Very clearly done with all of this. He just kind of sort of, longingly gazes over at his walker frame. And he doesn't say anything, but there's a look on his face that I suppose conveys that he misses being in there. He misses being that. That made him feel home.
I have an immediate thing, actually. I want to get Fuyuki to help Emet do some damage control. We're going to go fix a thing.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what. We are going to find something broken, and we're going to fix it.
Sure. There's potentially fun Fuyuki dialogue options that I've been saving.
This is where Hordon walks off to with Jozsua and does sensitivity training with him.
That's hilarious.
I'm not sure who's training who, to be honest.
You see, thing is, like, in
Kind of, it would be. I can't imagine which route, which direction of that would
no,
be
so
worse.
see, in a people's military, you assume that, you know, it is necessarily one towards the other. It could be mutual. They can be consensus building on best practices. Anyways,
Jozsua just kind of gonna bake in the feeling that no one really likes him.
No,
Sorry,
Hordon's with
Jozsua.
you.
No, if it's a feeling, it doesn't have to be true. It just
No.
feels like that.
No. I don't mean that like, your feeling's not true. But
Oh, so it
Hordon
is-
is going to
you
make
don't
that
Hordon
a physical
doesn't like him.
impossibility.
what was that, Horton? I didn't quite catch you.
I was saying that it's not that you don't have the feeling, but Hordon's going to try his best to make that a physical impossibility by actually being near you.
I see. So, let's say, for example, there's a busted airlock towards, you know, one of the compartments of the ship that got, you know, destroyed, and it is in fact leaking air. That's it. You know,
All right.
damage control is currently overloaded.
All right, Fuyuki. Emmett's gonna like approach Fuyuki when Fuyuki's standing by Tiger.
Mhm.
Hey, grab a tool belt.
All right. It's better than yelling at people. And he gives Emmett a smile. And we'll acquire a tool belt.
You find one.
Let me check my inventory. I think is there an inventory page anywhere?
It should be. It should be just scroll down. Personal inventory.
Ah,
Right.
okay. So, fun fact about my personal inventory: I have toolkit from home. That is an item in my inventory that I've had since the start of my time in the campaign.
Yeah.
I have my tools.
Yay.
I just imagined for some shit like from mom, love mom.
No. So the thing about this is it's sort of like it's like somebody who built themselves a full toolkit by stealing or finding other people's tools over a course of like 5 years.
Yeah,
A lot of these are from his job. They're all different brands.
Alrighty. You have
And
you're directed towards the leaking airlock, which is damaged. It's in front of you. How do you fix it?
all right, let's start off by assessing the situation. What do you see?
It's broken.
All right, what's broken about it?
Well, you look at it and it looks visually fine, but you can hear it leaking air.
There's a leak. I can hear it. I can't see it.
All right. So what should we do first then?
Probably find where the leak is.
All right. How are we going to do it?
Well, just kind of like looks it up and down. Nowhere's obviously leaking. I mean, it's all once in a movie of all things, someone like floated a piece of paper in the air and let the air current pull it to where the leak is. I don't know if that would actually work though.
Good idea. Emmett will, I think he's got like a little sticky pad or a legal pad or something on his belt.
On your belt, you keep paperwork around. You have a notebook.
Yeah, Emmett will grab some unimportant order or another that he, or you know, piece of paperwork that he hadn't submitted fully yet.
You know, one of the ship band concerts.
Yeah, and he takes the piece of paper out of the notebook and lets it drift near the airlock door.
and you see it go near the leak, and eventually it falls upon your culprit.
All right, we found our leak. What's next?
Some kind of patching material. I remember someone talking about that. I don't really know what it's called or what it looks like.
Oh, actually,
He
it was
looks a little frustrated that he actually doesn't know shit about repairing.
super important question, God. Where on the airlock is the leak? Is it like that it didn't close properly, or is there a hole somewhere? Is the gasket broken?
It looks like one of the seals on the sides of this door ain't right. Something's wrong with that. But specifically this side, if you would take the piece of paper off and you try to direct it to the other side and any other point, no other leaks, just this one.
All right. Looks like the airtight gasket around this door on this side is leaking somewhere. And you're right, we've got to patch it. Your toolkit should have some sealant in it.
Yeah, probably
It's not
somewhere in
won't
here.
be a permanent patch, but it should harden fast and hold long enough for a proper job to get done later.
All right, that's better than nothing. He finds the sealant within his bag. And
All
we'll
right,
do his
so
best.
first
Yeah.
we're going to set the bead, line it up here with the edge of the door, and Emmet's going to show you how.
Yeah. I imagine he just kind of like lets Emet walk him through it. He's very quiet.
Very dad moment of you.
I'm doing what I know. Right now, this is the most important thing we can be doing, right?
Yeah.
Our ship
Guess
is
so.
broken. Our home is broken. We need to fix it. Or anything else. There's a lot of other things to worry about right now, but they come later.
I've never really been good at fixing things, I guess.
Well, it's time to learn. I find it to be a little bit more rewarding than breaking them, personally.
I've tried, I guess. I just not very good at it.
Well, I'm a
Whenever I
good
try to-
teacher, so.
Well, I guess that's
Let's
better
see
than
you
nothing.
Let's see you get that sealant set.
He does so.
I have a super important question, Gomine. Do we need to roll for this at all?
I don't feel inclined to it, so I will not
Okay.
require it if you're not up for it. I wouldn't stop you, is the thing.
I see. I don't know. I'm not stupid. I can put two and two together that most people here think I'm strange. I don't know how you can think about anything other than getting back out there.
Look, flying a walker frame is exciting. It's a lot of. If there weren't people shooting at me, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, but that's where the challenge comes from. You gotta not get shot.
I'd rather try racing through an asteroid field or something like that. Feels like a little bit more controllable stakes, but that's just me. But fact of the matter is, what was I saying? Sorry.
You're okay. I am. I think people. I get it, right? I don't really. Sorry, Vincent, fishing for word. I don't really see things in the same way people do, or really know how to communicate thoughts well. That's why I write. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. He just looks kind of mad for a second, like mostly mad at himself. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is this, and he kind of gestures down at himself. It has never really felt like me. Tiger does. And it's nice to have a, even for a few fleeting minutes, it's nice to have a body that feels like me.
Well, I don't want to moralize, but I don't think that's sustainable, personally. At least the way I was taught, my religion, you're a religious type of person, is that people can't really, we can't be things. Whether you like it or not, you're a person, and Tiger is too, but we have to live as people. And this war wants us to be less than that, wants us to be soldiers instead.
Is it? And here's where you stare at me with that look that Jozsua gives me sometimes, where he thinks that I'm a psychopath or what have you, but what's so wrong with that if that's what you want? What if you don't want to be a person?
Can a bird ever be a sword?
What? I mean, I know what you mean, but
Well, if you say it with a more obvious example, it sort of reveals the look. No, it can't. You and I, we're people. Tiger probably is a person. Van definitely is. I don't. Tiger's a child, I guess. But we're all people still. And we can't make ourselves less because that's not how people work. One way or another, we have to live with ourselves. And no matter how hard we try to make ourselves something we're not, we can't be walker frames the same way a bird can't be a sword.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. I've tried to be a person, and it didn't work.
I don't agree. I've seen you I've seen you have impassioned discussions about whatever bad movie, and don't tell her I said this. Emet
Okay,
Emet has picked out every other week when it's her turn. Thoughtful discussions about book club, and I guess I should start going to that at some point. But
you
look,
should. It's fun.
you're a person, and you're good at it because you can't be bad at it. It's just a thing that we are.
I don't know.
And if if I've got to be a thing, you know, I'd at least prefer, you know, I prefer we try to make ourselves into wrenches and not hammers. Or, you know, I guess you could use a hammer to build. Bad analogy. I'd
I know what you
prefer
mean.
I'd prefer we be plowshares, not swords. We're trying to build something here, right? At the end of all of it.
Yeah, at the end of all of it.
Hey, look at that. Leak stopped.
Oh, yeah.
You did it.
Thanks. I guess I did. He smiles, but it's kind of forced.
And on that, we turn to you, Jozsua and Hordon. What are you two doing?
Yeah,
Hey,
it was
Joshua, I
biting.
know that was.
Go.
Man, we're so dysfunctional. We
Nah.
talk over each other too.
Nah. If we could see each other's faces, it wouldn't happen. Go ahead. It wouldn't happen as much.
I know that was a very frustrating conversation we had, but I'm not good at the meeting stuff. What's about to happen? What do I need to be prepared for? Not to like get ahead of myself or that they're obviously going to vote for me, but I mean, who else would they vote for? I'm big and scary.
I'd vote for you. They're probably gonna call a council to there. I think we've been probably cut off at some level. I saw some of our escorts were still with us before I went in, but I think it might just be the regiment on its own, and we're probably cut off from the brigade. So we're gonna get all the officers together plus a tribune, and figure out what to do, I guess.
Need to say anything at this meeting, or am I just supposed to be? I don't know. Token representation.
Well, Jozsua,
You can.
Jozsua, you know that the last time in Jovian military history this happened was like right before the battles of the rings. They're very, very rare in Jovian history, much more common with the IVA. But it is in fact a democratic vote when these sorts of things come up. Everyone is expected.
No. Okay. No, you're not. It's not a token representation. What you have to say matters, but honestly, these are kind of more of an extraordinary measure right here. The kind of an extraordinary measure. They're only done when you're in a pretty serious crisis with no higher direction, which, that's kind of where we are.
Oh wait, you think they're actually going to give us answers of what the fuck happened?
They'll tell us what happened, and we'll talk about what to do, I guess. And he sort of like cocks an eyebrow, like, "You good?"
I'm not good at crowds. I'm not good at talking. In fact, we used to have the family meetings. I would just kind of sit in the back, twiddle my
Well,
thumbs.
I'm entitled to be there as the deputy for the Rafa. If you want to say something and don't feel like you can, I'll say it for you.
Also,
Jozsua, more of that, less of that other stuff you did, okay?
He kind of sighs and looks, frankly, just like ashamed.
Like, I don't know what to tell you, Cap, but you know how when you were leading, you used to think about what we were gonna do? Sometimes when you're talking to us, it feels like you're pulling a Fuyuki and just rushing right at it, saying the first thing in your head.
You never know what I don't know. I never know what I'm doing wrong. I could never know what I was doing wrong, so I was such a bad commander.
Look, I get it. It's tough. You're gonna say something that's gonna offend us in ways that you didn't even assume was going to be offensive. You just gotta learn. Look. You used to be really bad, like really bad. I was honestly second day I met you gonna slug you. First day I was gonna slug you. Uh, but look, now we're having like full on conversations, right? Like we talk to each other. I don't want to hurt you, and you're the one Jovian that I don't like have an immediate animosity for when I see them.
He sort of like nods his head, like, "Yeah, that's true. Actually, you really do kind of hate all the other ones."
I just put it like this: I have to watch what I say around Emet, right? Because like I really don't like the feds, and so I kind of just I don't want to tell you to shut the fuck up because that's not gonna fix the problem.
Sometimes
I don't know. Look, I got tougher skin than Fuyuki. I be honest, the battle kind of got me on edge, like we said earlier. But like, I don't know. Maybe just practice talking at me, and I'll let you know when I'm starting to get heated.
Thanks. I don't know. I feel like if I was a better person, this wouldn't be a problem.
Hordon has a moment where he has to figure out if he's gonna go. Well, yeah, you're a Jovian, so you got to become a better person, or helping his buddy by putting his hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, she was gonna kind of lean into it. I don't know.
Do better. And you will do better. Don't none of this. I'll never. Do better.
He just nods to himself. I don't think Fuyuki's gonna talk to me for a while, and to be honest, I got that coming.
Fuyuki was complicated. We gotta put the Fuyuki back in the jar, if that makes sense, or they make a jar for Fuyuki to get into.
I've been trying since day one.
I don't want to get into like chaos theory and like the because I'm not particularly a religious individual, but the whole like if there's one god or goddess, it would be Eris, because the only thing we can actually see in the world is chaos.
If Yash is gonna like raise like an eyebrow at that, anonymously like well thought out and like deep religious insight. That's just not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just like that is not who Hordon is, you know.
Hordon sometimes gets to think.
He read a book on Greek gods recently.
He's like, I was like, oh, okay.
But it's like Fuyuki's like Pandora's box, but it was never in a box. If that makes sense.
Sort of.
There was never the. Was it a moral failing that it was opened, or is that just historical misogyny?
A lot of it's historical misogyny, but he sort of like waves his hand in his air. It was meant to be opened at the same time.
I guess it's just it feels like there was never a decision. Like there was never any opportunity. The kid's been through a lot of shit.
He deserved better. Deserves better. He corrects himself.
I don't know. I see a lot of parallels, and it sucks because, like, I didn't have a family. I found a family. And I don't know. It sometimes feels like we're failing the kid on that part, right?
A little bit. I certainly feel like that. I don't. This is a bad thing for me to say. I honestly don't feel like I've ever once in these 9 months actually gotten through to him on anything.
Oh, I have a question. Jovians always have a class or some kind of something for something, right? Ever have parenting
Like
classes?
me?
I'm not saying you go take, well, that you would have had to have taken parenting classes, but like that's stuff you'll have, right?
They're not really like a formally organized thing, but most communes have them.
I don't know. Fuyuki needs a role model, right?
Really, really, really badly.
Maybe you be Captain Comrade Dad? I don't know. Aren't you the oldest?
By a pretty clear margin, yeah. I just don't. He just puts his hands in his shoulder. He puts his head in his hands a little bit, sort of like propping it up on by his elbows. He's just like, Fuyuki just doesn't. He's gonna be mad at me for a long time. Well, I don't know, for some time, and not not unjustly so. It's just I don't think I'm the right person to get through to him. Not now, at least.
Look.
I kind of.
Fuyuki has like Fuyuki smolders. He flares bright every once in a while, but like for the most part, just smolders. You're right. He's gonna be angry. He's gonna stay angry. But like, I don't think Fuyuki's ever gonna like push you out so far that you can't interact. And actually, if I could be entirely honest, which I'm not usually, but I don't know, I'm feeling very talkative right now. I feel like this retreating thing you do is kind of part of the problem. Like, Fuyuki has a problem. And regardless of all the weird political bullshit that I still don't quite get where it happened, where now Fuyuki is officer and you're not, like, squad lead thing. You're supposed to be like our role model, right? And I'm going to keep pointing back to that. And every time something bad happens, you just back off. And what does that show us, dude? And really think about that politically, because I know you're like that. Like, a lot of parallels here.
I don't know. It feels like I'm either way too little or way too much. He kind of chokes up a little. I'm worried I'm gonna get him killed the same way Zafia died.
You know what hurt the most about Sophia?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even there to help. At least you got to try.
That's kind of
Don't
what makes me.
let this kid down by not trying.
He nods to himself.
All right.
Let's go catch that meeting.
I was about to say, I've done a lot of tearing down, bud. Let's build you up.
So,
Drinks after? Oh, shit. Sorry. My bad.
I don't. Yeah.
Water after?
coffee.
You'll just sort of. Sure.
You arrive in the hangar, which has seen better days, and it is packed. And weirdly enough, it's packed with all the wrong people. You see people from engineering, like gunnery supply is here. Hell, political came down from the bridge and has representatives. And I don't mean the polynic, I mean like the people who work for the political department.
Okay, interesting.
They have representatives here. Everyone from every department is here.
Commune is assembled.
Then the colonel says, "Thank you. I would first like to open this meeting by sharing some information, and us and our friends into the intelligence department," he gestures over to them, "have managed to uncover since the engagement earlier today. It seems as though we are attacked by specifically the Republic of Saturn regulars. Not warlords, the regulars."
Oh, that's bad.
"Given our inability to contact brigade, or division, or corps, we currently are left with the decision on how best to reconnect with friendly lines." He flips over a chalkboard behind him, showing you a map of Saturn with the estimated lines as they currently exist. And he points over at it and he says, "We are currently here." And he points north, a bit north, east, if this was a terrestrial map. And it says, "At Fort Bruno. The closest friendly zones of control controlled by the communards are here, in the Kimcol pocket." Then he drags it up and to the left at the Mako pocket, and he drags it all the way through the core of Republican territory, Jankol. We are currently left with the decision of how best to get back home. And please wait one as I supply you a map.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Because I was looking...
I got it.
I was looking at OBS so I could reference it in real time while talking.
All right, could you restate where the lines are? Sorry, we have the map now.
You're in the green area outside of Fort Wilson, northeast of it. That is where you are currently.
Okay. So Republic City is between us and John Cole.
Yep. And then the colonel says...
And Fort Wilson is between us and Kimcol. All right.
You would all know this. Fort Wilson has the heaviest concentration of Titan's forces. And the bulk of the popular army of the Republic of Saturn's forces are along the same line you are. Because the push to Fort Wilson was supposed to be next. So getting down to Kimcol is pretty unlikely, as is to Mako. Mako would be pretty insane to try to pull off.
What's the protocol here for bringing up an idea?
Just raise your hand and say something.
Raise your hand, yeah.
Yeah. Emet raises his hand. He's got a couple of ideas.
You see Master Sergeant Maximov, one of the fleet rifles, who, by tradition, as one of the senior-most NCOs, is officiating and will not be formally participating in this ship commune. Points to you, so you may have a word.
There's a stretch of relatively unoccupied space in the Cassini division. We could try to make a run through there.
Excellent suggestion. I'll keep that under consideration. And the colonel says, any other suggestions?
Yaj was going to look over. He's gonna look over to Hordon and just sort of like tap him on the shoulder, like, anything you want me to say?
No, I think all my ideas would get us killed.
And he nods and then raises his hand.
Yes, comrade captain.
As an alternative, I think it is worth proposing that we make an this is a high-risk operation, and I acknowledge that, but it is worth considering. We make an out-of-plane maneuver, scoot over Fort Wilson to dock in either Kim Coal or Rinse Coal.
Rinse coal, you hear someone mutter? And then there's mutterings around. Then Corkhead...
Better than Nathanists than the Republicans.
Then you see Corkhead turn to you and says, there's no guarantee that the Bandit King won't just hand us over to Veteran.
The Bandit King knows Cabero. Does he not?
Yeah, and he also knew several federal admirals. Didn't stop him from killing them.
He's not an idiot. My feeling is that we would be accepted there. Unless there is intelligence otherwise, he says, sort of like gesturing at the regimental intelligence people.
Wait, what was your exact question again? Virgo line?
Have we, like, with the pull apart of Republican troops, has the Bandit King's forces, like, been realigned? Like, would the intelligence folks know anything about that?
They would know that it's been frosty between Governor Nathan and Governor Zikomo and President Veteran. More than that, you can exploit that. They have no clue.
He'll leave it at that.
Out of character, I'm having one more idea.
What? Go ahead.
We'll just have an NPC bring it up.
I mean, I could also suggest it, because this is a rather personal thing for Emet, but we could try to get to Prometheus as it orbits and hide in the remnants of the colony there as it whisks us towards friendly territory.
Yeah.
How long would we have, not contradicting, but how long would we have to wait?
It orbits fast.
Navigation, then, someone from navigation adds, maybe 2 weeks? We should pass right by Capcol and
put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. No, actually, Prometheus's orbital period is 12 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I was just saying shit.
Yeah, I was looking it up.
Yeah, it's got a small orbital period.
That's why it was a smuggling location. It was always within reach of everybody.
Yep.
Someone from navigation then adds, from action navigate operations adds, if we jump off near Gyapkol, that's a quiet part of the line. Then you see one of the fleet rifle lieutenant then say, yeah, but we'll have to get there first. That's at least 2 days. That's a 3-day march if no one was opposing us. And if you
and it's a real and I'll bring up, it will also involve 2 really intense burns, and we're not great structure wise.
I'm actually more concerned about supply. This fleet rifle lieutenant says, I'm not sure we'll have enough food or oxygen to make a trip like that.
if we make it the 2 days to Prometheus, there's food and supplies there, parts too.
That's 2 days travel unopposed, comrade pilot. Navigation says. If we get into any fights, it could go slower.
Yajus will raise his hands again. We just came out of a pretty significant fleet action. If we burn quick enough, we'll look like debris to anyone looking.
That's true.
Is there any way we can reduce the formation's signature?
Cabero
Just fly loose, really.
Cabero then says we could break up with regroup points and fight like belters. Avoid the enemy at all costs.
To be honest, Jozsua, kind of for the breakup plan.
He'll tilt up and listen. That's really risky. It's okay for us, but for the escorts, that's sending them up into who knows what with pop guns.
Yeah, but the whole point is that when you split off into cells like that, you just one cell goes down, but the whole thing does it. It was like common belter tactics here, man.
Plus, they're small and fast.
It's just
and they're also they have a Hansian reactor. It's going to be hard to pin them down.
All right, I voiced my concerns, but I don't object to it.
Isa then says, "Well, if our path is selected, how are we going to get there? We need supplies, right?"
We can ration for 2 days.
Yeah, but what about the amount of time inside? Plus, then someone from supply says, "We're actually a critically low on most repair material at moment."
We'll barter with the Prometheans.
There are no
Prometheans. There aren't any Prometheans anymore.
It's been abandoned for years now.
We could hit a isolated patrol.
It's not a guarantee.
Cabero then says, unless we stumble across a supply convoy, getting into a fight would be the last thing we need.
Yajua was going to look at the map. How far out are we again exactly?
For the sake of going, out in what sense?
Like how far from
radially?
Saturn? Radially, yeah.
Radially.
I feel like we're sort of like I'm going to take a screenshot and sort of put an arrow to where I suspect we might be. I'm going to put a big red arrow pointing to. I think we're right about here, probably.
More like the top of the air. That's the rough area, yes.
Yeah, just in that little area right there, near enough.
Yeah.
How easy is it to hide in Saturn's ring? With our
easy as dying. That's why Saturn's like that.
Thing is, everyone else knows that, and if they hit you, they might have hit the rest of IVA-2 Corps, which is in the area for the drive on Fort Wilson. They might be looking for you in this specific spot.
My point is, we do some evasive maneuvers. We get out of the plane of search. We park Thoroso, and then this is out of character. Do the other escort ships have any walker frame carrying capabilities at all?
They all very limited, but they all do.
By Jovian doctrine, all ships must carry walker frames. In a minimum 2.
Then we use small groups of the escorts to track down, find convoys, find isolated patrols, hit them, take what we can, sneak our way back to the Rosso, get it patched up enough to then get us out of here. But again, regardless, we're spending a lot of time talking about this and not a lot of time getting out of they're going to comb through this area. We need to be moving.
Cabero says, no, we have...
Got a point.
They won't realize that anything's gone wrong, at least by until the end of the day. We do have time to deliberate and make a final decision.
Hordon was really hoping that he could get people to make dumb decisions off of lack of planning.
Because you've been quiet, I do have a question. Fuyuki, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Fuyuki is distracted. Fuyuki also, if I'm gonna be so honest with you, God, what Fuyuki's thinking about right now is, that he doesn't really mind if we run into something we have to fight, because he would like to get back in his walker frame and do a fighting, and not think about any of the other things that are on his mind right now. He also thinks that, like, doing pirate shit could be fun. So I think he's kind of content to let them sort of figure out what they're gonna do, and he'll just figure out his place in it, I guess. He does like the idea of hitching a ride on Prometheus.
There's
Which I think
the list of moons that zip by this area super fast is not a short list. You can pick up Pan and Prometheus.
For the purposes of TIS, I think that like Prometheus might be the only thing that Gomine has acknowledged as having orbital mechanics.
Yeah, which is really funny, and like I've noticed that, and I just haven't said anything.
Listen, it's a 1982 sci-fi anime. It's like, this is the static lines and geography of conflict, just like we're used to here on Earth. And whoa, here's this space thing that does space stuff in orbit.
Me being an astrophysicist.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If Prometheus is orbiting 12 hours, we probably orbit in like 8. So
Exactly, like.
Yes, but
Well,
obviously the rings orbit and stay the same shape. Obviously,
yeah, technically things could move. What's the word? Like in
relative,
consistently in relation to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't be arsed to figure that shit out. Do you have any idea how complicated space is?
Yeah, I do. It's my job.
I work in history.
That app I found could totally tell me exactly where the planets will be when this game is happening.
No,
it actually would, yeah.
The thing is, it would make my brain explode, and I'm not willing I'm not here for that.
I can do it. Wow.
So
remember, Gomine, no math. Never any math in your setting.
Anyways,
as we all know, Prometheus orbits really fast.
Jozsua was about to say something.
Hordon, do you think we should do Belter tactics?
Ooh, I have been waiting.
He will not attempt to concern the intense, hide the intense concern on his face. I vote we break up and operate as partisans.
Looking around, we'll break up along the lines of the cruisers. As Cabero says, as if we were to do this, we'll break up along the lines of the cruisers. Hers in one group up, and we'll of course have regroup points along our path of advance. All hands raise his in agreeance. Cabero raises his hand.
Fuyuki raises his hand.
Hordon raises his hand.
Hands up.
You look, and it seems that it's 78 to the eyes percentage. That is 78% of your commune is for that plan. And looking around, Cabero looks around and says, "The eyes have it at Belt Libre."
It's better work.
All we've got to do is get to that moon.
We can do it. I mean, what other option do we have? Do it or we die.
Out of plane
just
maneuver to
punch
rinse
drugs.
coal. He's like, what other option do you have? And Yasuo mutters under his breath, out of plane maneuver to rinse coal. Like,
Yes.
Then he maybe thinks about what he's saying.
You know what? I am immediately thinking when you said that, just so everyone knows how insane the thing Jozsua just suggested was. It become easy pickings for the Titans.
Yeah.
Whose entire military is designed around an open space engagement.
Yeah. Leave the Saturn's plane of the ecliptic and go above it to bypass.
Consider that the Reds don't really know what the Titans are still.
There's some kind of they fight like Federals, but the colonies
Sort of.
don't run.
They you know, it. A capital idea, sir. We'll drive out of our cover into their open sightlines.
Look, he's not a fleet officer.
Emet has fought with Federals long enough to know that will get you fucking shot.
Like, miserably. It's like the exact kind of fight they want. It's sort of like, imagine going the entire war, the Jovians, the Belters, the Cronians, fighting in their exact favored territory, asteroid fields, urban infantry combat, guerrilla warfare, and then going out to a set piece open space battle. And now the Federals get to...
Are the Titans crazy enough to follow us into Nathanist space?
You don't know.
Are the Nathanists loyal enough not to turn us over to the Republic?
Definitely no.
So?
But
I think so. No, I think that's the thing. Nathan isn't stupid. He knows that the Republic and the Blues are on the way out. He knows that the Jovians and Cronians are on the way in. He wants to play himself into as good of a position as possible. He wants to play himself into as good of a position as possible for the new regime that's coming in. And the way to do that is to buddy-buddy with the IVA, and he's friends with Cabero. But I lost the election. It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Very Jovian
To be
of you.
to be totally honest, I'm in this 50% for set pieces and 50% because it takes us in the direction of getting to interact with the other party.
I also want to interact with the Nathanists more. So,
I care for the Nathanists a little bit less than I care for pseudo-socialist utopia of job cult.
There's some kind of nationalist socialists.
Uh-oh. Also, like, Emet's gonna go home.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to go home. And there certainly are hearts aplenty and flash frozen foodstuffs and water in Prometheus.
You know, after the meeting adjourns, Jozsua.
Yes?
Isa finds you.
Oh. Okay. Hey. Hello,
Comrade Pilot.
Comrade Pilot.
I was thinking about what Tu Rafa said earlier. And she looks frustrated. Like, it's growing on her face. And I just don't understand.
Understand what?
It's not like we're asking them to bend over and kiss our shoes.
Who? They?
The rest of them.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, every single time we try to make a suggestion on how things should be run, we get shot down and we're told we're domineering.
Yasuo's face is gonna kind of like twist up, like he sees where this conversation is going, and he hopes he's wrong.
I don't mind losing doctrinal decisions, and that's fundamentally whatever. But I'm kind of sick, heck, Jozsua, of every single time we try to add to the conversation, we get look like as if we're the devil. Am I simply insane? Am I not seeing something?
He'll sort of like huff, and he'll be like, hold on, Quix needs a moment to think of what to say.
Compose yourself.
We have been doing this. We just hit the 4-hour mark. I have felt the feeling you're talking about, and I cannot emphasize enough the extent to which that's not the most important thing.
Then what is?
Unity of peoples, unity of purpose, unity of intent. This is our fight, but it's not our home. And to a pretty significant extent, this is their home. He'll sort of. We are guests, and to be honest, we're not very good ones.
Then what are we doing wrong?
Who's we? You and I, personally? The Jovian Union? The President? The IVA?
All of them.
Because... well,
something's not working.
Do you really think they're crazy for thinking they're just trading one overlord for another? Especially when we get so hissy that they're not doing what we say. You're not blind, Isa. That is what it looks like. That's what it feels like. That's what they've told me it feels like.
Well, we're bankrolling all this. Don't we have some kind of say about how the war is prosecuted?
Yep, and we voted. Do you have a problem with that?
No, the vote stands.
We have plenty of say. Probably more than we need.
It's just, Isa looks uncomfortable. It felt so much simpler when the Colonel and Urban were alive.
Well, no one lives forever. Oh, hold on! Stop! Everyone, sit tight, real quick. We'll cut it out in post.
Oh, we will now.
You don't understand how strong the temptation is to play a Bad to the Bone riff right now.
He'll just sort of shrug his shoulders. Well, in the final analysis, no flag waves forever. The situation's going to change. The war's going to end, and the political relation should change at that point.
I didn't take you a fan of the Federals Workers' Party.
We gotta. He said it's just something I heard once. I don't know. Simpler, yes, but probably not better. I miss him the same as everyone else. But I don't know. Our friends and comrades aren't mad for no reason. And pretending there is no reason for them to be mad is just as bad as the problem.
Thank you, comrade captain. You give me a lot
Not
to
a
think
captain.
Oh, right. Isa says. Comrade pilot. And then she turns and walks away.
He just kind of shakes his head a little bit, like not 100% certain why. That just like really put a sour taste in his mouth.
And I suppose, unless anyone has something else they'd like to finish up on.
Yes.
Oh?
I think Emet is gonna track down Hordon.
Where is Hordon?
Hordon's probably having or would have just got done having a Belters meeting with all the other Belters in the ship going, all right, guys, game plan's going. We're ready. Y'all know what we're going about. And then would be headed off back to the...
Hordon, this is the first time on your 9-month voyage with, the Belter Brigade that you have seen Colonel Cabero in the lounge. Because that is where you were talking about this.
Love it. Actually, at that point, I'm pretty sure Hordon would be hanging out in the lounge. He would never admit it publicly in front of his friends, but he does have he sees Cabero as a hero in like a way that makes Hordon a little bit shamed. So if Emet wanted to talk to Hordon, he'd probably have to be going from the corner of like a doorway.
Emet, you speak pretty all right inner, but you can't really understand a word anyone's saying. At least most of it. They're all speaking in pretty thick Belter.
What is the language actually most spoken on the ship?
Inner. It's
okay.
It's the one thing everyone can agree on.
A language that almost no one here speaks natively.
Actually, no. You have some
English.
You have some spacers. Actually, like a quarter of the ship speaks English natively.
You know what I mean? English. It's everybody's second language.
Please, sometimes it's also French.
Ooh, lingua franca for a reason.
It is the administrative language of the Sol Federation. It's kind of really important.
Gordon, you have a minute? It will say in inner.
Hordon will round his head over to you, honestly expecting Jozsua to come have gotten him, and seeing you go. He'll look back towards his guys and go, yeah, I got some time. And he'll get up and walk with you.
I feel like the background of this conversation is going to be relatively indistinct. It's just, bits of the ship that people are fixing constantly.
What's on your mind, Emmett?
I think we've been a bit rough on Jozsua. He wouldn't be here if he didn't care about this. And
Again, it's not that I don't think he doesn't care. He's just dick sometimes, you know?
ignorant and being a little ignorant and being a dick are different.
Look, the issue is that Fuyuki is at a precipice. I can feel it. I've seen it before. It's shit. I was there not too long ago, and every little cutting remark is driving that wedge deeper, right?
Yeah. And if
And
we
we
get
can't put pressure on Fuyuki.
I'm doing my best there. But if we get Joshua's hackles up, it's going to make everything worse. He is here because he wants to help, and he's stuck with us. He could probably request a transfer if he wanted to, but he's stuck with us. And that counts for something.
Honestly, kind of think that's it.
Just to inform you, Mecha, it's not could, it's 100% certainly can request a medical transfer out at any time he would so fail, on account of the fact that Jozsua only has one hand.
He's stuck by us. He's stuck by you. I've known him for a lot less long.
That's kind of my point, though. Is I don't think he's as close to the edge as you think. I think he's a lot tougher. He could have left a while ago. This isn't the first time that I've leaned on him, and I don't mean that like a me support. I mean that like a pushing him around type of way.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, I don't know what it's like for you. The people beside me right now are all I've got left. And he's stuck by you, he's stuck by me. That's got to count for something still. So I think, as long as he's not meaning poorly, you can cut him a break or two, maybe.
Hordon picks up an eyebrow. Do you think I don't like the guy, or that like I'm overly mad at him?
I'm just
I
saying.
yelled in anger, but I'm not mad.
I'm saying that in situations like we had earlier, the yelling made everything worse. Got everybody riled up. It's the last thing we need when there's a ship to fix.
Well, no shit. We just got out of a life and death situation. You know how terrifying it is to realize you don't have your suit on you?
You didn't put it on?
Shrapnel could have sucked my whole body out the hole.
What do you mean you didn't put it on? Never mind.
Do you
It
know
laughs
what
a little bit.
is?
It laughs a little bit because this is objectively, like, it's terrible, but it's a little bit funny. I get it.
Look. We were on edge. I lost my cool. I don't do that often. Fuyuki often loses their cool.
He's doing weird.
As expected.
He's doing weird, is what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely. Like I had a decent conversation with Jozsua earlier, right? And I gave him some advice. I'm hoping he heeds it. We need a role model. And if Joshua if Joshua can set that example and be that beacon of light, it's weird how the small things, right? Like they set things in motion. If we can get those two to not
Not
fucking,
being at each other's throats would be a start, I think.
I don't know. I think it's like a microcosm of the entire political situation we find ourselves in.
I'll be honest, I don't actually know too much about that myself.
The crazy thing is, I don't either, and they're making me realize it, and I'm hating it.
How'd you end up here
Like,
anyway?
well, you guys killed my family while we were just trying to sustain ourselves off your
Wait.
economy.
My guys who?
You're good. All right, see, I'm trying to get past this. I know you're not a federal, but you look like a federal, you smell like a federal, you talk like a federal. Fought with the federals. Probably shot down people that I tangentially knew through other people. And I don't hold it against you, but like,
It's hard to forget.
yeah, you know, it's
I'm doing my best too.
all right. Which is why I'm doing my best not to like foam at the mouth when I see you sometimes.
No, I mean it goes. Thing that happened to your family. I know what that's like.
Oh.
The moon I mentioned. There used to be a colony there. Well, the colony is still there. The people aren't. And
What do you mean?
I mean the NLF happened.
Come on, we wouldn't hurt a fly. That's got to be propaganda.
Whoa, you're telling me not to believe my lying eyes?
No, that was a poor attempt at a joke.
I'm just saying, I've had a couple of years to try and put that behind me, and it's been weird being here in the IVA for real now. Imagine, imagine the Federals killed your family. Imagine ending up fighting alongside them for a while.
How old are you? Out of character. How old's your character? Out of character.
Out of character, officially or for real?
How old do you look? You look younger than me?
How old is Hordon?
About mid-20s.
Yeah, he's definitely younger. His actual age is 17. His official age is 19.
Hell is up with these opposite of draft dodgers? Kid? Now, I'm not like big into conspiracy theories. Runt over there, though, big into them. Were you brainwashed? Because honestly, that sounds pretty broken.
I did what I had to do to get by.
I ain't gonna judge that. I've done some pretty morally reprehensible shit before in my life. All right. Well, you want to
It's
fight?
weird for both of us. What, like a fist fight?
Yeah, we just slug it out real quick and get that out of the way, or I don't know. I had some issues with Rat originally, and we drank, and that made it better.
The fuck you call me?
Rat, Runt. I don't know. Honestly, I kind of felt like Rat wasn't as mean I mean, in like, not okay, not like a sells out his friend's rat. I meant like a packs a bunch of useful shit into
Like a pack rat? You mean like a
home. Yeah, like a pack rat. Now, run, get out of this conversation. I'm trying to have a private conversation in this filled, boisterous lounge.
Like, get the
No,
fuck out.
I said earlier that like I thought we were like walking around the hallways or something.
Oh,
I
you were?
guarantee we circle back.
Oh, we've done a lap.
Yeah, we've done a lap.
Yeah, that is also right, Quix. It is only like a quarter of a kilometer long, and that's total length. That's not actual living space.
Well, that's not habitable space.
You don't go the
This
whole
ship
length
is-
unless you're trying to fix something.
You know, back when I was with the Federals, it seemed like the IVA was this big scary monolith. This is just a ship of weirdos and misfits, huh?
Honestly, I think that's our strength.
You're damn right, Runt says.
Right, God
You still
dang it.
listening in?
Are you gonna leave the couch?
I guess.
I'm standing right here. Why should I have to move?
All right.
All right, let's go have a
Emmett,
punch out or
Emmett,
something.
yeah,
I
let's
don't
have a vote. I vote that Runt leaves us alone. Raise your hands.
know. I
All right. Yeah, 2-1. You're out. Sorry, Runt. Love you. Talk to you later.
I bet
isn't
you
that
just
guy your roommate?
That's why I'm able to do the stuff like that. If he wasn't, we'd have to fight.
That's how that works. Okay.
I could just imagine Horton then saying, "You didn't have brothers."
I feel like a fight between Hordon and Runt is either Hordon punches Runt and Runt goes down, or Runt gets up behind and
Yeah,
is on
like,
Hordon's
gets him in a
back and is
hold.
choking him out.
That's what I imagine personally.
Because, Little John is massive and Runt is, tiny.
I do love the idea of Hordon missing the first shot and just going, well, I missed. Night, night.
I imagine there's a lot of Runt behind him choking him out, Horden slamming his back into the wall to try to knock him off.
Anyways, you were talking.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go ahead.
If our squad get its shit together, would be a shining beacon, an example of what makes the IVA okay.
Just okay, huh?
That's never going to be perfect. This room that we're in right now, I guarantee you, has already talked about blowing up civilian federal targets.
Eyes go to dinner plates.
And again, not that it's gonna happen, but it's a reality of the situation.
Could you just speak this line? Just because I need it for ominous reasons.
Put a name there so I know which one of us needs to say it.
For Horton.
Or, more likely, just plunder a colony. They got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of guns.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, huh?
Well, you can hope in one hand and shit in the other.
What?
Belter sayings. Don't think about it.
Yeah. See which one fills up first.
Yeah, see, you're getting it. Okay, look, I think we've done it. I've talked to Jozsua, and I've pushed him, I hope, in the right direction. You've talked to Fuyuki. Did you make any headway?
I think so.
Now we're talking. Which, fuck, I'm seeing a lot of parallels with a lot of us. We had the same-ish upbringing, and we went entirely different directions here.
Yep.
And I feel like Fuyuki's what I would have been without my support structures that I had. Jozsua might still just be an asshole. I think he's working on that. But my point is, I don't actually hate you, right?
I don't think so. But what would I know?
Oh, I mean, that's me actually coming to a realization. I don't know. We're going to have to push Fuyuki to talk to Jozsua. Joshua's not going to go to Fuyuki. Not one bit. But if we can get Fuyuki to go to Jozsua, I think it'll work out. Because I've talked to Jozsua, you've talked to Fuyuki, you've talked to Jozsua, and I've talked to Fuyuki. And now we're talking. I'm really, really bad at math, but isn't that a matrice or something?
Something like that.
Or one more combination?
Emmett unfortunately wouldn't know what a Punnett square is or a matrix. You know, it's no crazier a plan than a mad scramble through Republican territory to get to a moon and hide out in a colony in order to get back to friendly lines.
I'm just glad that it's going to feel like we're getting a material benefit in this war. I'm tired of this. We shoot them some, they shoot us some. It feels like a terrible trade. I feel like with this plan, we actually might come out on top for once.
I'm really getting tired of all the dying. I know that's a funny thing to say for somebody who's piloting a walker frame.
You know, I came to a funny conclusion earlier.
Oh yeah?
We don't actually have to kill them. It's like you saw the one I charged when I chopped its limb or its arm and its leg off, and then I went and ripped
You
his chest
blinded it?
back off and set him drifting. You know what my first initial thought was?
What?
If I kick him hard enough in the cockpit, it's gonna kill the pilot, right?
Better not.
Walker frame's great, still there, mostly. And I didn't do it. It'd have been quicker, it'd have been easier, and I didn't do it.
I think you're better for that, probably.
At least my psyche is. But my point, though, is I feel like that only works on the small scale, like a lot of shit.
I don't know. I don't have some grand plan, but Saturn has bled a lot. Probably gonna bleed more.
Well, as someone
don't-
who's tried this, go ahead.
You know, I don't know. You ever hear the old stories about people in the old century? They called Saturn a god, and said that he ate a bunch of his children.
You know, Horton, you have heard a story like this from the old calendars.
I've probably seen like 200 different redrawings of a specific painting that would remind me of this situation. Yeah.
I'm getting tired of feeding people to Saturn.
Well, Hordon is been stone cold sober here, but you're gonna see him put on like a little act, and he's gonna squint his eyes a little bit and go, "Bro, that was super deep."
Ah, shut up.
He'll open his eyes back up to normal. No, it was good. That was good.
I'm serious, though. I mean, I'm from here, and you know, those people could have been, for all I know, another refugee, a neighbor that I lost track of, or something like that.
How long have I been on the Rosso, Mr. God?
You've been on the Benino Rosso for at least 9 months, because that is the start of the campaign, if not longer than that.
I think we had talked about it. Hordon was like shipping onto the boat when that happened, or like when we first started. So I'd say it's been the 9 months.
I remember you talked about how you were bringing a VR headset in that episode.
Oh yeah,
So
we were so innocent back then.
I know, Emmett, someone who's been here not even a year. I'm not sure this IVA business is it.
Oh yeah?
I literally can't tell you a thing we've accomplished other than killing.
Funny thing that I was fighting for the Federals. Couldn't tell you much of that we got done there either, aside from killing somebody who a lot of you cared a lot about. And it's that way for everybody that gets killed here, isn't it? Just most of the time, most of the time, you don't have to watch the funeral of somebody that you shot down.
Yeah, I bet that actually hurt, didn't it? I do think you would have. I think you would have liked them. I'm
It's
sorry for
obvious,
saying
though.
that. That was deeply fucked up. You're gonna have a really hard time coming to grips with that.
Funny thing is,
I can only imagine the kind of dirty looks Isaac gives specifically you.
It
I don't know if they ever gave Courage a funeral.
Who?
You guys got one of ours too.
I guarantee it wasn't me. Every victory I've had has been since you got here. You might actually be a good luck charm.
I'm trying. No, she was, I guess she was like our Markovic. And, we lost them both there.
Ooh. You know, one of the other issues I'm having, it's crazy that my time here is pushing me back towards I stopped being a guerrilla simply because it felt like what I was doing was self-serving, radically immoral, shameful. This is driving me back towards it because at least there was a tangible benefit, I guess. I think I've figured it out. I think a lot of these conflicts, because they're all soulless, right? Except maybe for the Jovians, but even or not Jovians, the why can't I think of their name? Cronians. Even they are somehow losing their soul in this mess. It's gonna be wild for me to say, but I honestly feel like we need to bring the economy back into it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I legitimately believe that we have only created meat in this conflict. That and some future scavengers' major payday over the next, I don't know, 30 years.
I tell you this, not much has been built that I can tell so far. We've broken pretty much everything in Saturn. We've got nothing to show for it.
My point was, though, maybe we take something and keep something. He is deeply alluding back to the plundering of a colony.
Yeah. That's a hard sell. I'll have to think about it.
Oh my god, I've got it.
Oh, yeah?
We ain't got to kill a single person. Well, hold on. We ain't got to kill a bunch of people.
Look, I'm all. As long as we're taken from the right people, I'm not so bad about the taking. It's the keeping I don't really care too much about.
What is a colony?
You mean like physically or
Yeah, don't get all
metaphorically?
spiritual and hoo-hoo on me. I meant like physically. What is it?
It's a
What
big
is it made of?
big can full of air, made of metal.
And he's gonna slap the machine on him. What do we got here?
He slapped the what?
I slapped the ship. What do we got here?
A little can full of air.
Nope. Me and you, buddy, are literally riding in a gun. If we
I
can
feel like
get
that's the
direct...
best place to cut that conversation, actually, and leave the implication of everything else for later.
Oh shit! Actually, not. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I like that.
Alrighty.
Cut, director, cut.
As the scene turns away from a scene in Saturn, as you know, the waning days of the Second and War of Independence gives way to the start of the Coronian Civil War. We then come onto a scene in Jupiter, where an old man looks at a folder in front of him that simply says Operation Olympian. For the scene cuts to black. And that is where we'll leave you for today on today's episode of Tension and Soul.